180, 190. 98 for Mike. 90. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Behind.
Rivers on first down, and this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers in Wisconsin.
He's checking crack. Check 4, check 4. Showing up, showing up.
Rivers now to throw on first down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
25, check 25, check 25. Red, red. Hey, hey, hey. 0. 198.
Throwing again. Rivers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Cluster, cluster, cluster. Room. 198. Watch 98. 98. Hey, Delta. Watch the run. Watch the run. Wait, 80 high.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Rivers now from the 50. Hunter Henry brings it in. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there. They think those numbers are going to increase.
And Gordon's going to be stopped short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
The versatility of Derwin James comes right into play there. Whether he's playing deep safety or playing close to the line of scrimmage, always a threat to get around the ball carrier and put him on the ground. The surprise to me on draft night, that he lasted to the number 17 pick with the Los Angeles Chargers. I thought he would go earlier.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he finds McDonald. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this one is right down the middle. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
26 Mike.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now a carry by the 3rd-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Rivers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Check 16.
They'll start the drive with Samuels. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Here comes the ball.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
47-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Like 80.
First down.
Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Chargers' 37-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Stop your running.
On 2nd down, it's Connor looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Ready? Black 30. You.
Roethlisberger will throw. He's going to launch this thing way down. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. When I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. But now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a 1st down. They started on the ground with Eckler. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Throwing, Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
180! 180!
At the Steelers' 41-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Rivers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
SOS. Check your hot read.
Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 61 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Roethlisberger got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Zach Gentry with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Throwing Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
It's now 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
That's how we do it.
Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. 3rd and long for Rivers. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence. It borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
50. 57. Mike, 57. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Now Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Roethlisberger. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times because he can trust you being in
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He's an absolute oak tree in the pocket because he is so hard to get on the ground. Not as elusive as he used to be, but still, trying to get him down, tough for any defender. In that case, he's able to move just enough. Incomplete pass downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. very good return that time. 18 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Load it. Load it. Buffalo one. Buffalo one.
March 50, March 50, March 50. You must be.
Hey, Rocket.
49, check 49.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Gets past one man. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Black 30. Jack 16. 44.
On 2nd and 15 now. Roethlisberger. He's into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
That 180. Round 80.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Rivers, he leaves to Eckler on the draw. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers. Toward the sideline, that's taken in by Allen. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. That's going to be caught. 23 yards the pickup there.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it in without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Trying to punch it in with Eckler, and this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Second and goal at the 3-yard line.
198. Watch 98.
Rivers. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 13-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
And that drives coaches in. Doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rudolph. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's go. 90, Wolf.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. He fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Touchdown, Steelers.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Steelers 20, Chargers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
12.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
28-yard line.
Once more, here's Eckler. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
26 months. 26 months. Let's set a time.
From the gun, Rivers. He'll get this to Eckler. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Man open left side, it's Williams. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To throw is Rivers. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. The intended receiver there, Allen.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
He'll buy some time right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Room to run inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
But it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Rudolph. Flush to his right. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. On 2nd and goal, Rudolph. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Dante Moncrief, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. A gain of 3, second down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Following the interception here, Rivers. Allen has it, left side. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So it's third and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree and the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Safety Gator, 61, Matchbox Flight. Check this guy.
On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Samuels, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Steelers, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they fall to defeat for the 2nd time this season. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.